What's going on? It is Jordan here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how to glow up and become attractive during your winter arc. And if you follow what I'm going to be teaching in today's video, you're going to be able to beat 99% of men during your winter arc. And that's just because a lot of men are lazy, they can't stick with things, they don't work hard, and overall most men just don't have what it takes to become the best version of themselves simply because they just don't put in the work. But I know if you're watching this video, you are not like them. You are part of the 1%. Now, before we do hop into today's video, Christmas has actually came a month early, and I put together a special Black Friday deal for you for my IEB system that shows men how to become the man that women approach, that women pursue. I show men how to become the most attractive version of themselves, increase their confidence, and be proud of the man that they see in the mirror because they put in effort to improve themselves. And as the saying goes, when you look good, you feel good, and you do good. And not only will you be able to enhance and become more attractive when it comes to your physical appearance, but that is also going to play a role in how you view yourself mentally. It's going to allow you to become even more attractive mentally and view yourself in the highest regard, which is the most important aspect of just becoming the best version of yourself. So if you want access to my IAB system, then I would highly suggest that you check out my special Black Friday deal. I'll have it linked down below in the description and the pinned comment. Check it out after this video. I promise you, you're not going to regret enrolling in the IAB system with the limited time special deal that I have going on. And it's perfect for glowing up and becoming more attractive during your winter arc for winter, because winter is upon us basically. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's hop into the video. So number one, man, pick a goal and stick with it. So what's going to be your main goal that you want to achieve during your winter arc? Like, what aspect of your physical appearance do you want to improve upon? Like with this picture right here on the left, I was around like 155 pounds. And then on the right, I was around 165. So during this time of my life, I was doing my first intentional lean bulk where I was trying to go from 155 to 170. So that was my goal during the winter. This was actually around 2018 going into 2019. That's when I started my first intentional lean bulk. So what's going to be your main goal for this winter arc? Are you trying to improve your facial aesthetics? Are you trying to get a leaner face, get clear skin, fix your teeth, whiten your teeth, grow a beard, experiment with a different hairstyle? Or is it your body? Are you trying to cut a lot of body fat, get lean, get shredded, build a lean, masculine V-shape physique? Are you trying to lean bulk? Are you trying to pack on more size, get stronger, build more of that masculine dominant frame? What is your goal? Is it both even, right? Are you trying to improve your fashion, your style, your sex appeal? What are going to be your main objective, or objectives, I should say, if you have different goals? What are those goals going to be? And once you figure out what your main goals are, or if it's, one simple goal, like let's say just lean bulking, like how it was for me during this time in my life, cool. Or if you have multiple goals, that's fine as well. But I would at least give yourself a minimum of 90 days to see results in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Definitely give the length of your winter arc, use that time length, that time frame, to give yourself room to actually see improvements, to see actual results. And you want to make sure that you're patient with yourself and you're patient with the process. Don't expect to see results instantly, because this is why most people give up. We live in a very fast, instant, gratifying world today, and that really plays into how people in general view progress. They view results. They think that they should be getting in shape, the next day. They think that they should just snap their fingers like that and they should look like they're ready to step on a movie set for the next Marvel or DC movie. It just doesn't work that way, right? So give yourself time, be patient, and don't expect instant results. And I would suggest that you pick no more than 2 to 3 goals that you want to achieve during your winter arc, like 2 to 3 max goals that are really important to you, that are going to allow you to glow up, that are going to allow you to improve your overall looks and aesthetics. I believe a lot of that is going to come down to your body, whether it's leaning down, packing on lean muscle mass, but of course it can be your facial aesthetics, it can be your fashion, your style, your sex appeal, or whatever that may look like for you. Everybody's going to be different. Every man's going to have a different goal, but I would suggest no more than 2 to 3 goals. That way your attention, your time, your energy isn't dispersed into too many different areas to where you're not making significant progress, on a particular goal, right? Really, the less goals you have, the better, because then you can put all of your effort, your time, your energy, your resources into that one goal or those 2 goals. That way you can ensure more than likely that you're going to see results. So that's number 1, pick a goal and stick with it. Now, moving on to number 2 is get on a sustainable routine. So sustainability is key to achieving and sustaining results for the long term. Sustainability is key. No matter what it is that you're doing in life, sustainability is key, because you don't want to just look good for a season or for a year even. You want to look good for many years to come. Like, you don't want to just get in shape for summer. You want to be in summer shape all year round. That's how I look at things, right? And that's just not with fitness, but you want to look good all year round, facially, physique-wise, fashion-wise. Everything about you should be on point, in my opinion, right? So like when it comes to fitness, get on a fitness routine that you know that you can stick to, that will feel like you're damn near just copying and pasting a physique onto your frame, right? Of course, you're going to put in work, but it's going to feel effortless because the routine is sustainable. I remember when I really started to lift on my own, I got into working out when I was a junior in high school. And I remember that once I stopped doing weight training in school and I was just working out on my own, this was my senior year of high school at this point, I was working out like 5-6 days a week, and I loved the gym, but I just couldn't sustain that. And I didn't really see much progress doing that. But when I started working out 3 days a week and really focusing on building muscle mass, gaining strength, that's when everything started to fall in place for me as far as being consistent with my routine, and then being able to actually get progress from there, see positive changes in my body, like packing on lean muscle mass and size, and then of course being able to sustain that. Right? So this is a picture of me recently. Well, if we go back to this picture, you see my physique right here. Well, I've been able to sustain not only overall this same type of physique, but I've been able to improve it 5-6 years almost later. That's what I'm saying. Sustainability and consistency is key, right? That's how you're going to be able to be consistent, is if you're following a sustainable routine. And that doesn't just go with fitness, but that goes in, with the skincare routine. Like have, your own morning and night skincare routine. Whatever it is that you're trying to focus on when it comes to improving your physical appearance during your winter arc, make sure that you put together a routine that is sustainable for you. Right? It's sustainable for you based on whatever your goals are, based on your schedule, based on the commitments that you have in your life. You create a routine that is going to allow you to be able to stick to it based on the sustainability. Because if you're able to stick with a sustainable routine, you're going to be able to do it consistently every single day. And when you stick with something every single day, well, you're going to be able to see the compounding effects of you doing that same thing every single day, which is how you get results. And then you'll be able to sustain those results because the routine that allowed you to get those results is sustainable, right? So make sure that you are implementing a sustainable routine no matter what it is that you're doing for your routine, in the sense of maximizing your looks, your appearance, and glowing up during your winter arc. Make sure that you're following a sustainable routine to achieve this. Now, moving on to number 3. You want to make sure that you're removing distractions and vices, right? Remove distractions, vices, and poor habits that will get in your way of achieving success, right? Cut out drinking if you drink. Cut out smoking if you're smoking. Get rid of any type of drugs that you're taking. Eliminate excessive consumptions of junk food. Right? It's good to have a healthy, balanced diet, right? Have a couple of cheat meals and stuff throughout the week, but get rid of all these bad habits. Because especially if you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing drugs, you're consuming too much junk food, you're not going to look good. You're going to age poorly. You're not going to be able to get the type of physique that you want. Your skin is not going to be that clear, right? You're not going to look as good as you otherwise could if you got rid of all these things. But of course, even more importantly, your mindset, your mental health, your brain health will improve. Your heart health will improve. Your overall physical health, mentally and physically, are going to improve, which is even more important than just improving your looks, right? Next thing, limit your screen time and phone usage. The reason why I say this is because we get so damn distracted by our phone. We have excessive screen time and stuff like that. And when you're consuming cheap dopamine, especially get rid of dirty websites, adult film content, get rid of all that stuff. When you're consuming all those things, because you're receiving cheap sources of dopamine, you're lowering your motivation. You're not going to want to go into the gym. You're not going to want to stick to your routines, whether it's a skincare routine, right? You're not going to want to stick to these things. You're not going to want to stick to improving your overall physical appearance and doing what you need to do to glow up. You're not going to have the motivation and drive because it's getting zapped by all these cheap dopamine sources. So the more you eliminate all these things that will hold you back, that will distract you, these poor habits, these vices, these distractions, the more you can get rid of all those things, the more you can maximize your potential as a man, not just physically, but mentally as well. And this is also going to allow you to just be successful in other aspects of your life, your career, dating, extracurricular activities. Let's say you do martial arts like myself. I do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. Like getting rid of all these things that will hold you back from being the best version of yourself. Again, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. The more you get rid of these things, the better. Even limit the amount of dates and women that you see. Limit the amount of dates and women that you see, because when you're going out on dates, especially in the evenings, you can be up late. That can mess up your sleeping habits, right? You can mess up your sleep, and the less sleep you get, at least for me, I'm like a zombie. If I don't at least get 7 hours of sleep, I know the next day I'm not going to be as productive. I'm going to have brain fog. I'm going to be dragging ass. I'm going to be like a zombie. Hell, I'm going to look like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? So limit the amount of dates and women that you see, because they can take up a bunch of your time too. They can throw you off your routine. You know what I mean? Not saying cut women out completely, but maybe instead of having like 3 dates a week, or even 2 dates a week, maybe just go down to 1, right? Go down to 1, because again, cheap dopamine and distractions, they lower your motivation. They rob you of your drive, your ambition. They make it hard for you to be disciplined. It makes it hard for you to implement these routines that are going to allow you to glow up, allow you to become more attractive physically, allow you to become more attractive mentally, right? Emotionally, financially, spiritually, as I said. And it's going to make it very hard for you to attain and achieve your goals, right? So remove distractions and vices during this time. You really should remove a lot of this stuff anyways, in general, in my opinion, as a lifestyle. But definitely if you're trying to maximize your looks, your appearance, glow up, become more of an attractive man physically and mentally during your winter arc, definitely get rid of these things. Then moving on to number 4, stick to a strict schedule. So schedule and time block your day out the night before. So if it's a Monday night, schedule out Tuesday that Monday night. You want to make sure that before you go to bed, your day is already planned as far as the next day. Right? You already know what you're going to do the next day. You don't have to really think about it. You're pretty much going to be moving on autopilot, but you're going to be able to get shit done. And you don't have to do a schedule online. Like this is a Google Calendar schedule. You don't have to do that, but you can actually just write down on a notebook. You can just time block your days. You can time block your schedule on a notebook. Or if you prefer to do it online, you can do that as well. It's really going to be more contextual. For me personally, I like to write things out. I've always been that way. I'm more old school in that regard. But you want to make sure that you're time blocking your day. That way you know what you're doing every single hour, and you're maximizing the time that you do have, because we actually have a lot of time, right? Life is actually long. Our days are long. It's just we don't manage our time as well as we otherwise could. We don't value our time as much as we should. But when you start to see how long the days are, when you start to see how much time you have in a day because you're time blocking everything and you're following a strict schedule, you're going to see that you can get a lot of stuff done. It's going to be a lot easier to implement the routines that will allow you to achieve your goals and glow up during this winter arc. And this is also going to help you build a habit of implementing your routines, more importantly, and maximizing your time, because you know where your time is going instead of just wasting it and just kind of doing things here, doing things there, but things aren't structured, they're not scheduled. You're just going off of feelings instead of structure, instead of having a schedule and actually building a habit. And what I would suggest that you do, man, is reward yourself at the end of the day. And you can even schedule time with friends, family, and events, maybe during the weekend, or if you want to reward yourself with an hour of YouTube, an hour of Netflix, an hour going on dating apps, whatever. I would suggest that you schedule those things out towards the end of the day after you've done everything that you need to do throughout your day. You've implemented your routines, you hit the gym, you've done your skincare routines, you've done whatever it is that you need to do to improve yourself, to glow up, to become more attractive. Once you've done all those things, reward yourself at the end of the day with something that you enjoy doing, because you're going to be reinforcing the habit and reinforcing doing the things that will allow you to achieve your goals, and you get a nice little reward at the end. And I would also suggest that you aim to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night and stick to the same bedtime daily if you can. I know it's going to be a little bit hard because, you're going to have things that may pop up. You may have things like family events, holidays. You're going to have these things pop up throughout the week and the weekends, but try your best to stick to a consistent sleep schedule and get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, because you're going to have enough energy, you're going to be well rested to tackle the next day and really create quality work and hit all your goals, hit all your routines, so that you can glow up and maximize your overall physical appearance and, of course, your mindset, and just become the best version of yourself, man. And then lastly, moving on to number 5, is track your progress. So this screenshot right here, this is a screenshot from the app called Strong, which is what I use to track all my lifts. But the only way to know that you're making progress, the only way to know, are you glowing up, are you improving your looks, your overall physical appearance, and more importantly, are you becoming a better man? Are you building better habits? Are you becoming more disciplined? Are you becoming mentally stronger? All these things that matter. If you're not tracking your progress, you're not going to know if you're making any progress, right? You're not going to know that. Like for me, when I started to work out on my own, I wasn't tracking my calories, and I kept wondering, why am I not gaining any weight? Like I think I'm eating a lot. I feel like I'm eating a lot, but I'm not tracking my calories. Well, come to find out, I wasn't eating as much as I needed to actually be in a caloric surplus and start to add on muscle mass and size over time. But once I started tracking my calories, well, like magic, that's when I started to pack on size, because I knew what I then needed to do in terms of being in a caloric surplus. And once I started tracking my calories, that's when I started to add on more lean mass. That's how I started to get stronger in the gym, because I was in a caloric surplus. And I knew that for a fact because I was tracking, right? So track your physique progress. If you're trying to lean down and improve your facial aesthetics, which is a lot of that's going to come down to leaning down anyways, take progress pictures once a week. Maybe you can do this on a Monday morning when you're completely fasted. Take progress pictures of your face, facing onwards, like you do like a selfie, and then you face to the side. That way you can have both different angles and viewpoints of how your face looks. You can do the same thing with your body. You can weigh yourself in the morning once a week on a Monday morning, let's say, when you're completely fasted, so you can have a more accurate assessment of where your weight is at. You can do those things once a week and track those data points every single week. Track your calories. I use MyFitnessPal to track my calories. Track your lifts. Again, I use the app called Strong. Do this daily. That way you know that you're on track to hitting your goals and you're doing the right things that you know you need to do to hit your goals, whatever those goals may look like for you during your winter arc. Because tracking is going to keep you accountable. It's going to allow you to build momentum, because you see like, okay, I'm putting the work. Even if you don't hit PRs, even if you may miss your calories by a little bit, as long as you're getting at least very close to hitting your goals and doing your absolute best, and you do this every single day, day in, day out, all that momentum is going to compound for you and you're going to achieve your goals. But you're also going to see what's maybe not working for you, right? Like let's say I'm trying to hit a PR, but maybe on one of my lifts I wasn't able to hit a PR, and maybe this happens 2 times in a row. Well, now I can see like where I'm struggling, and then I can maybe assess why I'm struggling. Oh, maybe I didn't get enough sleep the night before. I didn't consume enough calories, right? Whatever the case is, I'll be able to more so course correct and troubleshoot why I may not be seeing progress in a certain area, because I've been tracking this whole time. And tracking guarantees success because you see the progress, you see what you're doing, or at the very least, it's going to allow you to course correct, as I said, and make the proper adjustments and tweaks based on what's happening, based on lifestyle factors or whatever may be occurring, right? And it's going to allow you to troubleshoot and at least come up with reasons and ideas as to why maybe you're struggling in a certain area. Again, maybe like hitting a PR. oh, again, I didn't get enough sleep the night before. Maybe I've had too much alcohol. I don't personally drink, but I'm just saying as an example for someone that does drink alcohol. I was up too late last night, right? I didn't get enough calories. My diet's been off. You know what I mean? You can then start to course correct and troubleshoot what may be affecting your progress. And then once you make those tweaks, you can then get on the right track towards hitting your goals. So if you want extra help when it comes to glowing up and becoming the most attractive version of yourself during this winter arc, then I would highly suggest that you check out my IAB system. I literally have the best deal that you will ever get on my IAB system with this limited time Black Friday deal. Again, you can check that out down below by hitting the link in the description or the pinned comment. This is only going to last until November 29th, which is Black Friday. And then once Black Friday ends, that's it. The deal isn't going to be here at least until maybe next year. But I promise you this is going to be the lowest investment point that you will ever be able to access my IAB system. And with winter being upon us, this is the best time to use my IAB system to become the most attractive version of yourself, glow up, not just physically, but mentally, improve your confidence, become a man that women approach, that women pursue, but even more importantly, maximizing your potential as a whole as a man, right? And if you got a lot of value from this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more videos like this. And with that being said, I will talk to you in the next video.